and they lied to me.
They say they have petitions back there. Yes, ma'am.
We've been circulating for quite some time. We've got 2,200 signatures.
I'll sign that
Some are good, some ain't, so we still can use anybody.
How many do you need?
We need 16,000. But
You don't need 16,000.
No.
1,600. So everybody here that wants to sign the petition tonight, this will be a golden opportunity. Yes, ma'am.
This is the first meeting that I have been to. And my question is, because I am a landowner, my husband and I, we own the land, we have farms, we have animals. We don't live in a floodplain or anything like that, but we do own a camper. And I notice on this ad, it says your camper must be tied down, or we're subject to violations of fines for $500 a day or 30 days in jail. Who made that rule? Where's the ad? I would like to see it.
Tis more.
There it is.
Wait a minute. Hold it down. I'm on our side. I'm on everybody's side. What this meeting was set up for, there are a lot of things going on in other states, in other counties, in other regions. They're going on. We don't know it. How many of you know what's in the floodplain bill that was just passed? But anyhow, we don't know because we weren't told. I didn't even know that we had floodplains
It says
anywhere.
right here that it's happening in Jackson County and the Essex County.
Things are happening.
It is in the floodplain ordinance that a camper must be tied down.
It is in the floodplain. I'm one.
County, you're the Jackson
It-
I'm in it.
It's also in the floodplain.
And I've read the whole
If you put
thing.
a propane tank on your property, you must be permitted to do so to make sure that you ain't.
But this meeting was called just to let everybody know not what our county commission is doing, not what our legislative group is doing, but what's going on around us. And what could go on is, they didn't know it.
I'll tell you, none of this is going to happen as long as I'm in, I'll tell you, because we'll fight.
It's already there.
It's already
Okay, people, one at a time, please, one at a time. Stand up. Stand up if you got something to say, and let's say it one at a time. Let everybody talk at once. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'd like to. Let's say they're going to protect our rights, land rights. Volunteer to put that home self-rule back on the ballot and give everybody another chance to vote.
They can repeal it.
No, just put it back on the ballot and see what the people vote. Now that they know what it is.
I don't mind telling you, my name's Sheila Cornelius.
Sit down, you'll get your chance. Yes, ma'am.
I live in the Pikeville community, and my husband and I own close to 2,000 acres, okay? So this does concern me. But here's my question. In that article that you put in there, it does say that it's happening in Jackson County. So what you're telling me after this meeting is that it's happening in other places, but it hasn't happened here yet. Is that right?
He's talking about the ad that was placed in the paper. Now, we did not, Ken and I, have anything to do with local people that put the ad in the paper. But let me say this. You have voted for limited home rule. You have not enacted ordinances to enforce what they can enforce. There was 300 people that went to the county commission meeting and eyeballed all of the county commissioners when they were about to vote in the junk ordinance, the very same one that this gentleman is under in Marshall County. So because 300 people came and stood in that chamber, and you can talk to the county sheriffs back there because I'm sure some of them knew about it or were in that meeting room.
I was in that meeting.
Okay, there was not a vote on the ordinance. Now, is it occurring in this county? Yes, because you have already voted this in as a constitutional or self-governance ordinance. Just as soon as the county commission feels that there is not any more opposition to their ordinances, they will vote those ordinances in. It was only because the people rose up and attended that meeting that it didn't get voted in. There are other ordinances coming down the pike to enforce the other 4 tenets that are listed in the self-governance rules. You need to sit down and read them, because as soon as you sit back and don't pay any attention, believe me, they will pass the ordinances. Now, I hope that answers your question.
Well, look, in the paper,
Yes, ma'am.
it's talking about, and I'm sorry if y'all are doing this and you didn't put the article in the paper.
We did.
In the paper, it talks about that they can control the number of animals I have, which we raise horses and cows.
As soon as they vote the ordinance in to put teeth behind your vote on self-governance, yes, they can.
So you tell me, when did we, was it Jackson County that voted?
Yes, yes,
Tell me when that happened.
When was the vote, y'all? Last year, they said.
Yeah, you say last year, they say it was 2004.
Well, please hold it down and let's have just a civil discussion. 2006 is when you voted it in. So it was, now I'm not sure about the date. I'm from Jefferson County, so
June 2000.
forgive my ignorance.
2006, the same time that Marshall County had the same thing. It was put on the primary. We also are getting petitions signed. We have enough already. We've got 2 years before we can get it back on the ballot, because our county commission cannot will not put it back on the ballot. They got that control and they want to keep it. But there was only 6,000 people that voted out of a 40,000 population on a primary in June that had health and safety nuisance. Didn't have anything about all of this junk ordinance or anything to that effect. So they fooled us people.
All right, this is the junk ordinance that they proposed. This is the draft that everybody came to the courthouse about. This was March the 23rd, 07. This is one of the ordinances that they're trying to put forward under the limited home rule provision, which you folks passed as health and safety, not knowing what it was. And they put it on the ballot just like they did in Marshall County in an off election where just a handful of people showed up. And I think, what was it called, Marshall County, out of 6,000 votes or something?
It only passed by a meager 4%.
318 votes.
All right, the lady has another question, ma'am.
And then we've got to get to the end of yours and let somebody else.
That's fine. I just would request that if you're going to put an article in the paper, that you say it's an information instead of acting like that's already something that's happened. Now, about the junk, with some of the property we own and some of the people that are close to us, well, our property values are a lot lower because of that. I understand you don't want to take, people own their own property, but by the same token, that can cost other people money because of what they have on their
Right.
own.
And would you please find for me in the U.S. Constitution, the Alabama Constitution, where it is my responsibility to guard your property rights? Your property value. You know, it's your perception as to what value is. A lot of people move in the country because they want freedom and it's valuable to them. If you move from the city into the country and you try to impose city rules on country people, you're going to run into trouble. Just because it offends one person doesn't mean you can take it away from another.
All right.
I've lived in the country for 22 years, so I understand that.
All right, gentleman has a question.
Yes, sir. You're
Well,
right.
I'm speaking for a poor man's point of view. I only got maybe an acre and a half. I don't have that 2,000 acres. You know, we've got ordinances where they got these houses zoned, and these people that's got all of this money, they can move in them places where they're zoned, and they've even got guards on the gate that people like me can't even get in, because my name ain't on their register. So what don't these people feel that way instead of trying to put it off on me? Because I have to drive no car about 10 years old. I can't afford that Lincoln Continental. I can't afford that Cadillac. And if I could, I would. And I had an uncle that was captured in World War II, and he went over to fight for me and everybody else that would have what you want to him. That's like saying because I got long hair, I ain't allowed in this building. Or because I'm ugly and you're beautiful, I'm not allowed to go to your social function stuff, which I'm not going to be invited anyway because I don't know no big fine house or ain't got money in my pocket.
Well, when you said
That's what you're
beautiful,
saying
sir,
here.
when you said beautiful, I hope you weren't pointing at me.